Hello tutors, it's Gav and welcome to another one of my videos. Today it's a final reveal of a 28mm French Napoleonic line regiment. It's part of the commission I've been doing and it's the last unit for this year for the client. So they're being packaged and sent to him this afternoon. So I just thought I'd give a quick look at it, as I do with most of my figure painting, and we'll see the results of several weeks of going backwards and forwards with a brush. See you down at the table. Right guys, thanks for joining me at the bench. There isn't a great deal to see really, we're just talking the one unit, so it won't take very long. A quick look at the voltigeurs. These are front rank miniatures again, so the metal. The client in his Napoleonics tends to use front rank. I've just given them a very slight mix of trouser differences, no greatcoat differences, just on the back of the packs, just trousers. The clients picked obviously all the figures, so I just paint what I'm given. Non-metallic metal again. There we go. As we know that sometimes the canteens would be hung in company colour cords. I've not done that with this one. They are all white. Just sometimes they're turned down on the British boots, as they're called, or English boots. I can't remember what they're actually called, but I do occasionally move the colours around on those as well. But again, nice figures to paint. They're quite chunky, as we all know, so they tend to take paint fairly well. Apologise if you hear our blinds banging away in the background. The wind's gone up a bit, but it's still too warm to shut the windows. So. There we go. I had to put one long-tailed coating, as I've been given an extra officer, and I was down at a ranker. So colours are GMB as usual. I'd noticed when I was looking back on some of my photographs that I'd actually done a grey horse similar to this one on one of the other units, so I have to note to self I must throw a few browns in there as well. I just do that many chestnuts and browns, and that I just wanted to do a difference, and I hadn't realised I'd done one of the other line regiment, well, a light infantry regiment with it. But I've given that officer a brass peak. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Again, just to mix it up. But there was so many variants, especially among the French officers and other ranks. They would add extra bits of bling on, or not at all. You really just make that decision yourself, really. There we go. There's our grenadier unit. Again, tufts are done by myself. I tend to mix a lot of the different. There are a whole mix of companies' grasses. I just buy what I like at the time, and then I tend to mix them up to give a more naturalistic look, and put a few flowers in there as well, just to give a bit of difference. Because these are quite tightly packed, I tend not to put rocks in amongst them, because these are, I believe the client does these for the Grand Manor. I think that's what it's called, the War Games rules, and the bases for these are quite, whether they're in 18mm or these bigger chunkier guys, they're quite tight on a base, and it's I don't believe it's really worth putting the rocks in, because they just get drowned out amongst all the legs. So it's I tend to give these a basic sand, different size tufts where I can get away with it, and throw a few flowers in just a bit of difference. They're coated in Winsor & Newton Galleria paint. I drop a few drops of to thin it a bit, because I airbrush these. I airbrush them first with when they're still on the bottle tops, and then I go over them all again, and including the tufts and the sides with another coating at the end of the commission. And I use Winsor & Newton Galleria, so I've got some here. So I use this, and I use some. I actually put. I used to put water in, but a while ago I started putting. Once I started airbrushing, I did a test with a couple of old figures with different other ways to thin the Galleria down. Because when you put water in, still occasionally you'll get. If you put it off, especially with a brush, if you put it on too thick, you'll still get sometimes a sheen to it, like a satin look. So I've started putting in Mr. Colour thinners, which are lacquer thinners, and I put some of that in, and it seems to work a treat. But that's me doing it. So if you've got a prize unit, maybe do a practice figure before you do anything. Don't hold me responsible if anything goes wrong. But yeah, that's our unit. I'll be painting some more for this client. He's got some with me for next year. I usually start in January and work our way through. It usually takes me a good few months to do it. And because of obviously Front Rank being up for sale, he's gone and got a box of figures in ready with me. They're actually sat here for the next 6 months or whatever, ready for the next commission. I have another commission coming up, which is 28mm again. I haven't actually asked the client yet if he's okay about me displaying those. So it's they're modern figures. So I'm not even going to say what they are at the moment until I've asked the client. But if he okays it, obviously you'll find out, and if you don't, well, you'll never know. But yeah, it's only a small commission, but with some modern military figures, up-to-date military figures, which are going to be refreshing for me, because I don't believe I've done any, apart of obviously the Vietnam figures, but they're 1960s, early 70s, and these are right up to date. So that'll be a change. I've also been making some progress at last. I'm taking a couple of days to work on the Starfighter, my 1 in 48 scale Starfighter. I'm going to be trying to push that through with a good couple of sessions, just while I've got a couple of days before I start digging into the next commission. So, and I've also got AB 18mm. Let's get one down if I can reach. You watch now, they're all going to go falling all over the place. I'll just use this guy, he's the closest. I'm working on these French Mamelukes. I've got 14 of these, I believe, 12 or 14, I can't actually remember. Non-metallic metal again. Yeah, getting through with these very slowly. Well, I wouldn't say very slowly actually. Once I started the basing on these guys, I could put some time into getting this unit done. I've had these since the first lockdown, and I've wanted to have a paint. I've always wanted to do some Mamelukes, so that's what we're doing at the moment with that one. So they'll be up for sale at some stage, probably in the next week or two. They're all, as I say, they're not far. As you can see, flesh has got to be done on them. I'm still working on the metallic white metal is more or less done, but the brass work I'm only just starting base coating that. Obviously flesh has got to be done, a couple of other little bits and pieces and cords and whatever, and a general clean up. So that's what we're doing with these guys. So there is still more naps going on in the background. Puma hasn't got any farther forward because I really did want to get the Starfighter. I love my Starfighters, and Paul from Military Model, Paul sent me that down, and I really wanted to get it done. And it's going to be in a metal finish, but no, I'm not foiling it. This will be a painted metal finish. I've been looking all over the shop for decals for the other Starfighter I've got, and no success at the moment. Not unless I want to pay 30, 40, 50, and I've seen literally 60, 70 pound. And they say, oh, we've got this amount of decals. I thought you might do, but I'm not thinking, who the hell pays £70 for a set of decals? But Yeah, so I'll probably be getting another jet in at some stage when this one's complete, either another starfighter, because I do really like those kinetic starfighters, and if not, something else. Anyway, we're going way off topic because this is supposed to be showing his nap commission. So, so guys, thanks for taking a look. As I say, there'll be other videos coming up soon. I'm starting to lose my train of thought now. So you'll be, oh, there'll be a couple of other bits of 3D printed figures that I haven't printed yet, but they'll be coming up in the next couple of weeks. Again, I'm not going to be showing 3D printers rumbling away. It'll just be, oh, look what Gav's printed. So yeah, there's bits and pieces going on, and we'll catch each other very soon for another video.